We're going to spend a little time looking at Google and how it can help in your job search. The first feature I'd like you to consider is customizing your start page in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever you turn on your PC so that it appeals to someone who's looking for a job and that you start on the right path in your web browsing. So we're going to customize the page, and to do that we're going to look at iGoogle. Clicking on iGoogle, this is a rather regular page, and I recommend you just go ahead and take a look at it or see what it might look like. Now, this doesn't really have a lot of possibilities for someone looking for a job, and it may get you involved in looking at YouTube or reading CNN news or going right to Gmail looking for possible messages. And again, it's easy to get distracted and lost in the internet, and we want to avoid that. We also want to look very businesslike in all that we do, so we're going to change the theme from classic and see if there's something a little more suitable. Browsing through it, you can see that many of the backgrounds are not suitable. These can be changed at any time, so if you want something that's whimsical for the moment, that's fine, but should you be using your PC in a professional environment, it's probably best to find one that is businesslike. And again, many of them aren't, but going through it, here's one that is. Let's go ahead and add it, and you can see that the top of the page is changed. It does look businesslike, and it's visually appealing, so that may be one that you might choose. And again, you can look for ones that are appropriate for whatever the situation. We're going to get away from themes now and look at the stuff, or the gadgets or widgets. And again, you can see that some of them may not be appropriate. And if you happen to like YouTube, you might not want to look at it first thing in the day, so you can move these around towards the bottom, and they wouldn't necessarily be seen, and that way you can scroll down if you really want to get away from the first line of sight and take a look at things that you may be interested in, but really can be distractions in looking for a job. Let's go ahead and add stuff. Clicking on add stuff, let's just go and put in jobs, see what widgets or gadgets come up. Here's one. Let's go ahead and click that. Here's Indeed. They're pretty strong. Let's see if we can play with this custom search. And I'd recommend you just select those that look appealing. You can also do things like this. Look for particular sites. If we want Career Builder, we just put Jobs, Career Builder, and look at what's available. Now, one tip is that I would look for how many users are using a particular gadget, because obviously the ones with more users are likely to be ones that people find to be more beneficial. Let's take a look at a couple other things. Snag a Job is good for those looking for hourly work, so let's go ahead and add it now. And even if you're not looking for hourly work, you might want to take a look at what's available, and these may be temporary positions, or there may be somebody in the group that might benefit from you looking at such a job board. Another thing I'd like you to think about is using this to keep up with industry news. I happen to be in the automotive field, and I know the major trade publication is Automotive News, so I'm going to see if they have a feed. Good. Alright, I've found some things that look like Automotive News with a lot of users, so I'm going to add that now. And because the industry domestically is located in Detroit, I might take a look at the Detroit newspaper so I can be in the frame of mind of somebody that might call me for an interview from Detroit. So I'm going to put in Detroit, and I happen to know the name of their paper is the Free Press. Let's see what they have. Detroit links. Well, that may not be the greatest, but I can add that and play with it. And again, other industry news, so I might look up autos, see what's available. Some of these may be too individual and not on the basis of things that I need to look at in a job search. Alright, we can look up some of the magazines. Let's say Motor Trend. And you can see that a lot of people created gadgets. Here is Motor Trend's feed. Alright, we're going to stop from now and take a look at our iGoogle Home, and you'll see that it looks quite a bit different. Now, I don't want to look at the industry stuff before I look for jobs, so I'm going to move these so that they're not quite as prominent. The Detroit one's probably not as good as some of the others, and again, I can move these around wherever I want them. You can see you've got to be on the little crosshair, and you can arrange your page as you like. So what we've done is we've changed the iGoogle start page to help you start your browsing to be focused on a job search. I'd urge you to play with some of the gadgets that are available, find ones that are useful to you, and also find gadgets that will keep you in the know on industries that you are seeking your job with.